Hello. I'm just getting ready to do a reading for this next week for everyone. I'm glad you could join me. Thank you. I'm going to pull cards from a deck that I really like because animals are my passion. So I'm pulling Animal Tarot cards by Radley Valentine. Love these cards and the animals giving us insights to things because they are much more in tune than humans because we have lost we haven't lost the ability, we've just lost the focus because we've been conditioned to lose the focus. But animals are not. They are still in tune with the focus of what we should be dealing with in our lives. So, yeah. All right. So I'm shuffling the deck, and we are going to ask what it is that the animals in the universe would like us to know for this next week. And this next week is going to focus on the 24th through March 2nd, Pisces season. Whoops. And just let us know what we need to know, what we need to be aware of, maybe something that we need to pull into our awareness. Do one more time. There we go. Oops. Alrighty. Okay. And what we're going to do, we're going to pull 3 cards. We're going to pull one for Monday, Tuesday, one for Wednesday, Thursday, and one for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so top card, next card, and next card. Okay. All right, so we will do as I usually do. We're going to look at the cards real quick, and then I'll go back over them, reading from the guidebook what the deeper meaning is to them. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Princess of Water. Logical, truthful, curious, undiplomatic is the seagull. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. Anybody familiar with Jonathan Livingston Seagull, who went against the grain of what seagulls were supposed to do? He was looking for something more in life than being just the typical follow the sheep. So this is what the seagull reminds me of. Okay, that was Monday, Tuesday, and we're going to do Wednesday, Thursday, which is 10 of Spring, and it's going to be represented by the St. Bernard dog. You're working far too hard, and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. So it sounds like we're going to need to slow down a little bit in midweek and reflect and get a little closer so you can see a little more detail here. Okay. All right. Oh, parrot. Cool. I love parrots. I used to have a parrot. Okay. 8 of Autumn, the parrot. It's the perfect time to learn all you can by returning to school, taking a seminar, or conducting research. Do your best work, and the law of attraction will bring you prosperity and career advancement. And this is going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The parrot. This is one of those macaws, very large parrot. Look, he's reading. He's probably reading out of the guidebook like we have. I'm going to be doing. Okay. All right, and that's what we got so far. So let's take a look. Prince of Winter. Prince of Winter. Let's get to the winter section. I think I went too far. 3, 2, oh no. 9. Or excuse me, Princess. not prince. Big difference. Okay. Let's see if I can do this at the same time. Okay, Princess of Winter. I'll move my finger just a little bit so you can read the bottom of that while I'm reading. Okay. All right. Princess of Winter, Seagull, an intriguing intellectual challenge. Kindness in communication, changes or delays that require your attention. Okay, Monday, Tuesday. This situation speaks to your ability to think your way through any challenge that's presented to you. Because emotions are not always engaged with the seagull, it is important to remember to be compassionate. In your haste to solve a problem, you could speak more harshly than you mean to, or helpful information may be delivered to you in not the kindest of ways. Check contracts very carefully and gratefully accept objective feedback. We have on page 2 here. I'm trying to... There we go. Got my left hand to work. Okay. The seagull represents a person who is excellent at assessing and solving any intellectual problem in a flash. However, her desire to be of assistance in her purely analytical way of thinking means she might communicate her solution rather curtly. Logical, truthful, curious, and rather undiplomatic, she is resourceful in a pragmatic way that may accidentally leave out the pleasantries. She doesn't mean to be unkind. In fact, she realizes she has hurt your feelings. She will be very apologetic. Just remember that she's brilliant and has great ideas, so heed the message and ignore the messenger. If you can see past her lack of compassionate communication skills, she'll be of great help to you. Seagulls are clever birds who learn, remember, and even pass on behaviors. As their name implies, they spend a good bit of time in the air over water. As water represents emotion and air intellect, they are seen as flying high above currents of emotion and evaluating situations from a very cerebral point. So she has a very good message and doesn't always come across as very compassionate. And I can tell you that's probably a lot of what people may say about me. I may not come across as compassionate or connect with people. And some of that, I think, is a part of being very introverted. But the messages are still important. So hopefully you take it with a grain of salt, because yes, I don't mean it to be short or come across in ways that they do come across that are harsh. And neither does the seagull or what the universe and the seagull is trying to tell us for Monday, Tuesday. So be aware of contracts that you're going to be signing this week. Look them over very carefully. That was a brief little thing. It's kind of something that we like to make sure we do during Mercury retrograde, because that is not a very good time to be signing contracts. So this is a similar message. Yeah. So I think too, in a way of being harsh, we hold back our emotions in connection as well too, because maybe we've been hurt a lot in the past in one fashion or another, either directly or indirectly. So we kind of hold back that. But there again, the messages that are being brought to you are not any different. They're still very important. And we also, there again, in the past, I think last week I kind of talked a little bit about this, is we don't want to make decisions in haste. We don't want to be reactive to anything. We want to stand back and we want to analyze it, not overanalyze it, but analyze it and then make the best response to it. So yeah, don't make any hasty reactive decisions or thoughts. And that's sometimes a little bit of being very emotionally involved, where we might be seen as uncompassionate, is because we have reacted quickly without analyzing, and we respond based upon our emotion. So that can be a bad thing too, not only for us introverts, but for people in general who are going through a certain time, that would be important. Okay, so that's Monday, Tuesday. Now 10 of spring. 10 of spring. That is going to be for Wednesday, Thursday. Let me find 10 of spring. There it is. Okay. Okay, there we go. Maybe this way? I don't know. Trying not to cover up my face so you guys can actually see me and resonate with me a little bit if necessary. So 10 of spring, there again, was the St. Bernard dog. We were talked a little bit about maybe overwhelmness on Monday, Tuesday, but we're going to see more of it, looks like, on Wednesday, Thursday, because the St. Bernard dog, being overworked, asking for help when you need it, balance between work and play. So yes, we got to split it. We got to stand back to make those decisions. Instead of being reactive, we want to respond. It is time to make sure that we are balancing out our life. And we're going to need to do that, especially on Wednesday, Thursday, to make sure that we're not all work, but we have play too, and that we balance that out in our lives. It's important to have a good balance with that. So let's see what we have to say here. Eight of spring is a card about feeling drained and stressed, but for happy reasons. The 10 of spring also signals overwork and anxiety, but for unhappy reasons. The St. Bernard is taking on too much, with the weight of the world on her shoulders. Often it's a case of trying to make other people happy by seeing to their needs in an unhealthy way. St. Bernards ask you to reach out for help yourself, to delegate. Delegate in each other's words. Trying to turn the page with one finger, or one hand, excuse me. All right. Carve out time for relaxation and play. Bring some balance into your life, lest your physical health become challenged. So we're heeding the warning here that if we don't balance this out, our health is going to be affected by it, and not in a good way. And that would be such as your stress levels, your cortisol levels will go up. You will not be able to release that. So let's learn how to balance that out. Okay. St. Bernards are wonderful, good-natured dogs with a history of helping those in need, dating back to their work with the Swiss monks in the 1600s. They were bred to be physically strong, with a keen sense of smell so that they could sniff out lost travelers. Today, the descendants of those dogs no longer work for the monks, but instead are employed in a Swiss museum, where their job is to entertain and play with the visitors. This makes them the perfect symbol for the 10 of spring, with its message of getting help from others and finding time to enjoy life. And that's kind of an interesting thing too. I see that they've reinvented themselves. So they're not doing one job anymore, but they have shifted in a different job of still helping. So I think this is really great. You might have to shift something in your life, whether it be work or something you do at work, that will relieve that stress level. All right. Okay. 10 of spring. All right. 8 of autumn. Let's see what we have in 8 of autumn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of autumn. There we go. Okay, and our parrot for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, it's yes, I know I'm bouncing everywhere. I'm trying to find the best spot here where you could see both me and the card. Okay. All right, 8 of autumn. New ideas. There we go. Now we're a little brightening up for the end of the week into the weekend. Getting the facts you need in order to be successful. Practice makes perfect. Well, we also have to remember that nothing is perfect except for our spirit that is in the non-physical, but we can strive for it, and that would be progress, as long as we're making progress. Okay. This is an ideal time to learn everything you can. Go back to school, take a seminar, or just read. Read, read. If you're considering mastering a new trade, then find a mentor or seek out a job where those skills are taught. Learning on the job, right? Not necessarily education in the so-called traditional sense. Do your very best work, and the law of attraction will give you the prosperity and career advancements. You may find yourself doing research or starting long-term projects. You deserve to be paid well for your high quality, oh, what happened there? Oh, high quality work. It wasn't on the next page. Sorry. Okay. High quality work. Parrots are beautiful birds known for their vivid colors and amazing ability to speak human words. You can think of this mimicry as the repetitive practice needed to acquire the skills you are seeking. Parrots have an innate ability to learn a trait you share with them. So it's going to take repetition, right? What they're kind of insinuating there. Whatever it is that you're going to learn to learn how to needing to balance out your life, you need to practice and practice, right? Practice makes perfect. And in that practice makes perfect, you can balance out your life and make it a repetitive thing where it becomes secondary. And then you are back in balance instead of out of balance, like the 10 of spring or the St. Bernard is saying. Okay, so this is a reflection. So we're going to begin having a little difficult time here Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, we are definitely going to be seeing the effects of that. But if we learn from it all and we learn new ways and practice those new ways, we're going to come out good in the end of it, because we're going to rebalance ourselves, right? We're getting an indication on Monday, Tuesday, and then it's going to stare us right in front of us on Wednesday, Thursday. But if we find new ways and start practicing it, we can rebalance what's out of balance. Okay. All right. So I hope that was helpful to anyone or everyone. And I hope that something about this resonated for you. And yeah, I need to think about rebalancing things for myself also, to give my insight on things. Personally, I am in a period of rebalance in my life, not just this upcoming week, but it has been going on as a thought process for me, and recent practice and looking at things. So I am changing things in my life. I don't know that I have a routine yet, but I am trying the rebalancing because of this that's happening. Here we go. So, yeah. And this is one of them, me sharing readings with you, and trying to stay in routine. My goodness, I'm on the second week of it. So it's one in a row. If one could be a row, it's actually 2 in a row, because it's 2 weeks in a row I've done this. So it's getting better. I'm also going back to some of the old learning that my mom and I had started back in 2009, which was a lot of learning from Hay House and the authors there, as well as Sedona Journal. I have signed up for some free things. For example, Nick Ortner, who is part of the Tapping Solution. He has a summit that is beginning tomorrow, and it's long, but there are some great things about it. And I did one of the tests. I guess you could call it a test. One of the practices that they got us pre-practicing for the summit with the Tapping Solution. And that's where they're talking about tapping on your meridian points in your body for stress reduction. And if you're not familiar with that, check out Nick Ortner on his own website or the Hay House website or his Facebook page. It really does reduce some of the stress, and that is a great tool to help reduce the stress this week that's being indicated by the St. Bernard and self. All right. Okay. There again, I hope this was helpful to everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Hope you have a great week. Bye.